Someone here is in burden. Someone's burdened. Someone here is carrying a lot of animosity, or they're angry over something here. They may feel played. We have the Ten of Wands coming out. This is a burden that usually you get to put down, but there is absolutely no... There's no goal in sight. There's nowhere to actually rest these sticks. You also have the Five of Wands. So this is conflict. It looks like something from the past. This person feels like they've been played with something in the past, and it's made them feel really angry. They may also feel like they are carrying the weight of this. A player got played is what I'm hearing, because we have the Guardian of Cups in reverse. This is pretending to care, but not really. And I do get that this person, this is their game. This is what they do to other people. So the fact that you were able to play them or do something in silence, it has flabbergasted this person. Seriously, it has flabbergasted them. You have the Six of Cups coming out as well. The Six of Cups is about the past. Okay, this is past obstacles. What was this about past obstacles? Because Ganesh here is the remover of obstacles, right? Some sort of obstacle here. What was this person's intention towards the collective? Six of Swords. They wanted to get away with something here. We have the Six of Swords to the Three of Swords. So they were running away from responsibility, it seems. It seems this is somebody who likes to be chased. They run away from issues, from confrontation. The thing is, even though we've got conflict over here, we also have it over here, but in a different way, because we have the Three of Swords here, which is loss, grief, sadness, anger. You know, it's also choosing our emotions over logic and acting. This person runs when they're confronted with things. They run away. They run away really, really, really quickly. You have the Six of Swords coming out here. The Six of Swords is an energy of moving away from conflict, going into calmer waters, getting past that storm. So this person may have been... Why am I getting like they're rebounding? Because what it feels like is that this person's aim was to use you as like a rebound person. And we've got the Eight of Wands, and they end up staying. But they were using someone in the collective for very specific needs. We have Judgment in reverse. This person right now, but maybe getting really bad, like ill luck. They may be very clumsy. They may be dropping things, tripping over things. They're very angry at the moment. They honestly feel like they've been duped, but they were trying to dupe you. The Two of Wands came out, but I'm not taking that. Tell me more about this Three of Swords to the Six of Swords. Clarity, please. Clarity. And we have here Explorer of Wands here, and we've also got the Eight of Wands coming out again. Okay, we have Explorer of Pentacles. This person may have rather than continuing to move on, because they have an opportunist type of energy. They jump from bed to bed, from pillar to post, from house to house. They ran out of money, or they ran out of something here, which is why they stayed. But they were playing a game the entire time, and they thought that they had rigged the game to a pace that was comfortable for them, but would have been difficult for you to catch up with. But there is definitely this energy of keeping things to yourself, keeping a secret to yourself, keeping knowledge to yourself. I don't know if you picked up on what this person was doing, but there's definitely the energy of being stuck in a financial fix. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're living together and you know what they're up to, you know that this person is using you, but you can't leave the house because you can't afford to right now. Someone here was aware of what this person was doing and just played along while biding their time. And it's not biding their time to get, you know, revenge or to attack this person or anything like that. It was like almost like saving up enough money so that you could just dust and get out of there. Just dip out. So the Eight of Wands really wants to come out, and so does the Explorer of Wands. So I'm going to place this one down here. And then we have Eight of Wands in reverse. So these two, it's almost like things came to a halt, to an end. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. If you, what was I going to say? If you have any type of sound sensitivity, I do advise that you turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. Now that bell is just to cleanse away any energy that's not for our highest and greatest good. Let's crack on. Exactly. This person is angry that you duped them because they thought that they really were above and ahead of this game. You have the moon coming out, doing something in secret, moving in silence, moving in the shadows, right? You have the devil underneath. This person also feels like you have moved on either quickly or you've moved on swiftly, or things have got better for you since you've moved away from them. Because the devil being in reverse is letting go of the things that hold us back. And it's not just letting go of them, it's working through them. It's looking at parts of our shadow that really hurt, especially because they're being triggered by wounds that are either added to by this person or created by them. This being in reverse is really doing a lot of shadow work, really doing a lot of inner understanding work and getting to know thyself. They seem very cross. They seem quite vexed. Explorer of Pentacles is coming out as well. It seems like you are on the up and up and they are on the down and down. There's something just about... They thought that you weren't as intelligent as you are, or that you aren't as intuitive as you are. We have Judgment coming out here. Yeah, you got Tower, you got Judgment, you got Ten of Cups. You got all these nice things happening for you, or they're going to see all these nice things happening for you. And they're like down in the dumps. They're angry. There's a lot of ego coming through from this person. I do apologize if I clear my throat quite a bit. I have got a little bit of allergies coming through. And I have got a microphone really close to my face, so I apologise for that. We have Judgment coming out here. Okay, you're being blessed with something. Oh, there's some sort of blessing coming in for you. They are not happy with this in any way, shape or form. We have the Tower, massive change coming in. So they may feel like you are the opportunist. They may be projecting everything that they were doing onto you. And I heard it was a matter of survival. So for someone here, pretending that everything was okay was for your safety, whether that was your financial safety, your mental safety, your emotional or physical safety, you weren't able to, excuse me, you weren't able to actually state, I don't want to be here. I'm not happy in this relationship. I'm going to stay over here. You stay over there. Once we've saved up enough money, we can go our own ways. There's something here where that wasn't an option. It wasn't an option. And you have the Six of Cups here to the Ten of Cups. So they assumed that you were just happy in the relationship, but this person wasn't showing up. They were given like the bare minimum. Look, you have the Magician in reverse. This is not having the things that you need to create what you want. You know, it's a lack of alchemy. It's a lack of healing here. And when we're talking about this person running away, if I put this Magician down here, this is talking about how this person runs away from things that are difficult, or runs away from things because they feel like they don't have what they need to deal with it in that moment. And that's not a criticism, because sometimes things are overwhelming and we need a moment. We need some time out to collect ourselves so that we can face it head on. But this person isn't facing anything head on. I feel like each relationship they're in, they stay for a certain amount of time. What are they trying to get from each relationship? What was this person trying to get from each relationship? Okay, control. Explorer of Swords. This is something to do with their ego. Four of Wands. This person is an energy harvester. This person's like an energy vampire. And they may know, they may not know. They could have a lot of narcissistic qualities. I'm not a doctor or a therapist, so I'm not going to diagnose anyone. I couldn't even if I wanted to. Now we have the Four of Pentacles coming out. It looks like a home. It almost looks like a nest, but it's also control. This is absolute control. And I'm placing it, they are controlling how How they heal or how they hurt. That's weird energy, is that not? You have Explorer of Swords coming out. So the Knight of Swords, and we've got that next to the Knight of Wands. Short temper. Likes things done a certain way. Likes to blame other people. There's something about cycles and going through the same cycles over and over and over and over again. And the stories that they will tell about the person they were with before, that person before was always absolutely poisonous, was always so horrible and harsh and vile and disgusting. But you never get the full truth, because what is that? You have their truth, let's say your truth, and the actual truth. So there's always going to be more than two sides to a coin. But you are only being given one angle. And now it seems that you've become that vile, horrible villain that everyone before this person was also. I don't really get what they were getting from this. This seems more than anything a way for them to fuel the trauma that they've been through and their wounds, because they're not healing from their wounds. They're running from them. And every time they get into a relationship, it's almost like they are acting from their shadow. They didn't want to get too close. They purposely didn't want to get too close. We have the Four of Wands coming out here. This is the lack of stability. This person got stuck. Stuck in what though? Six of Wands came out here. Five of Cups, Guardian of Swords. You may have been very healing to a certain degree for this person, but it's more to do with your energy and their energy transferring than it is to do with you mentally helping this person. I feel like whoever you were dating, this person always wore a mask, and they didn't expect you to be wearing one as well. They didn't respect the fact that you have very high emotional intelligence as well as high intelligence. But when you have high emotional intelligence, and I can only go by experience and my understanding, is that you read people very, very well. You're able to see those micro expressions, the way that somebody moves their body, being able to tell what that means, you know, what mood is someone in. And sometimes that is, you know, born from children having to be hyper vigilant. And I know I said I'm not a therapist, but I work with children for a very long time, and part of that is child psychology. You have to be qualified to a certain level in that. And children who live in environments where they don't feel safe constantly are constantly on edge. They're constantly having to read the rooms, to walk on eggshells. When do they have to like scarper and make themselves, you know, invisible? When can they come out? And I do feel that this person may prey on those who have those types of wounds. And I'm not saying that in like a nasty way or to judge you, because we all have wounds. But this person was definitely going towards people who had some sort of trauma here, that they try and trauma bond, and then they were using your emotions almost like fuel. Now we have the King of Pentacles coming out here. They did not expect you to find like independence and strength nearer to the end of a relationship. It's like this person right now may feel like they're down and out, like they don't have any support, they don't have any like they don't have any stability, like the rug's been pulled out from underneath their feet. But they were expecting the same thing for you. Yet we have here the King of Pentacles. You're doing good for yourself. And if you don't feel like you are, something's about to change here when it comes to finances, promotions, job work, especially if you're looking for a job. Things that you didn't expect would happen when you were with this person, because this person would have held you back. They literally would have stopped you from being able to do these things. There's a lot of emotional manipulation and gaslighting going on here. Oh, I can't believe it. So you're going to go and get a job and I'm just going to be at home. Or you're going to go out with your friends, are you? Or you've got friends, have you? Or look at me just sitting here by myself. Well, what's that got to do with the collective? You have the Four of Pentacles coming out here, control. So this person would have controlled every single, excuse me, I've got something tickling the inside of my top. They would have controlled every single, like, blessing coming in. There's a reason why something, when it comes to a blessing, has been delayed. Delayed, not blocked, not stopped, just delayed. It was, and I mean the universe was waiting for you to be away from this person, for the blessing to be able to slowly trickle in. This person may have lost their job. They may have lost their job. There seems to be a lot of like karmic rebalancing happening right now, because this has been coming up in some of my readings, talking about somebody from your past encouraging you to leave your job and take care of them, or take care of their dogs, take care of their children, take care of the house, something. And either they went to work and they did the bare minimum, or they didn't work at all. Or if they worked their butt off, you never saw them. There was no support coming in. Having the Eight of Pentacles in reverse to the Tower here, this is a major, major, major change that left someone here in this dynamic without support, without monetary support. And it happened very quickly. And it seems with the Guardian of Cups in reverse, if there's a calculation to this. There's measurement and calculation coming in. Like this person planned it that way. But if you ever were to say to them, you planned it that way, they'd be like, how dare you? How dare you think that's so little of me? So this person's really upset that you were able to get out, and you were able to get out on your feet, on your 2 feet. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. We also have the King of Pentacles here. So we have someone in the collective who, even though they were going through something quite nefarious, quite tumultuous, they still had a really good head on their shoulders when it came to ensuring that you had enough money either to rent a room, or to stay at your parents', or to, you know, put some money into your car so that you could actually sleep and live in your car for a certain amount of time. So the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing. It's about helping others. So this person definitely was leeching off of your money, or leeching off of your good nature, big time. So what's going on here with them running away? Oh, they're being outed. They're being exposed. This person's being seen as a coward. This person's being named and seen as a coward, and they don't like it. They don't like that you saw through their facade, that you saw their mask, that you saw that the game they were playing was more to do with them getting what they could, getting sustenance through emotions, through energy, through money. I heard through sex, and then leaving. But they couldn't. They literally couldn't. Look, you've got the Magician shut the front door. You've got the Magician this way, and then you've got the Magician this way. Wow. This person ran away because they had nothing, and they were this is like not even, and I said this before, the bare minimum. They didn't even give the bare minimum in a relationship. They kept the facade up, or they kept this mask up for a certain amount of time, and then when they felt like you were comfortable around them, they let that down. They let it down. They let it down. All these cards want to throw themselves everywhere. So we have Judgment in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles, and there's one on the floor. So give me a second. We have the Nine of Wands coming out in reverse, but I'm going to go with the Judgment card first. So this person's control, it messed them up. This person has like, I don't know if they've cursed themselves, or if they're bringing evil eye with them. There's definitely like a black cloud around this person that they bring to each relationship. And I think that this person was really attracted to you because of your light. There's something about your energy that's very, very alluring, both to those who have, you know, very similar energies, very high vibrational, high virtue, high, you know, resonance, and also those who do not, because it's something that they want and they don't know how to obtain. This Nine of Wands coming out in reverse is like fighting. This is fighting. This person was very defensive. If you ever, I feel like for someone here specific, this is like a very specific reading, it could be that if you tried to address their behavior, they would act like an animal that had been backed up into a corner, and they would argue and they would say really vicious, nasty things. And it would be like days later that they'd pretend that either it didn't happen, or you'd have this big talk with them, and then it would just happen again. Okay. This person really feels like they've been played though, because Financially, I think they're not doing very well. Financially, they are not doing very well at all. There seems to be they seem to have a bone to pick with the fact that you kept something from them, even though this person was playing a game the entire time. And in the entire time, the hypocrisy, right? You have the Three of Swords coming out here. This person's gutted. They're gutted because they've been left. I don't know if this person's homeless. This person could be homeless. They could have been kicked out of a home. Tell me about the King of Pentacles, please. I think I should get another deck. Got the Five of Swords, excuse me, the Five of Wands coming out here. A lot of wand energy is coming through with a lot of swords as well. Physically, there's been a lot of moving about, a lot of action. This person, what were they doing? They were doing something here when it came to money, and I feel like the job that they had, they were doing something dodgy there. They may have been fighting a lot of people or arguing with a lot of people at work. And it does feel like at some point you were just the one supporting them and the whole household. And as I said that, the card that I looked down at was the Six of Pentacles. So you literally could have been paying their bills. Why we need to see this right now? Four of Swords. This person may be sleeping of you, dreaming of you. This person is definitely laying in bed thinking about you and thinking about how they can come back in and control once again some sort of good judgment that's coming in for you, some sort of blessing that's coming in for you. The Five of Wands to the Five of Wands here. This person has a lot of anger issues, or this person gets into a lot of fights. They may drink and then go out fighting. Why? Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles, please, to the Tower. Okay, we've got the King of Cups, and we also have the Ten of Wands in reverse, but this one came out first. Okay, when you left, when you found the bravery and the courage and the confidence to go, enough is enough, I need to just get out of here. When you left, their whole world crumbled because they were using you as their crutch. They were using you as like their foundation for strength. So this person who is, you know, thinking that you're dumb and that you're not going to find out that they're just using you and thinks they're so clever, they were dependent on you. How clever is that, to be dependent on somebody else? And not because of disability, not because you can't do anything yourself, just because you don't want to, because of weaponized incompetence. So the Ten of Wands coming out in reverse. We started off with the Ten of Wands as well. This is somebody who was trying to sidestep their own stresses in life by placing them onto you. But it looks like you sidestepped that yourself by just getting out of Dodge. And this person's angry about this because where you have got out of Dodge, I don't know how long ago this was for you. They're watching in some way, and they're watching with anger. They're watching with like, there's people that maybe like, I don't feel like they're knocking at doors, but there's definitely envy. There's a lot of Mars energy with a lot of conflict and anger coming through with these Five of Wands here at your glow up. They're watching your glow up and they're angry. They're super angry that you've landed on your feet and they haven't. King of Cups here. This person could be a family person. They could be a mother or father, he, she, they, with the Queen of Pentacles being here as well. It does seem like at some point you may have been raising either their children, their dogs, their plants, whatever, because the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, they're not really a match. You know, they're both very nice people, but they're not matches. One is very much about money and nurturance, and the other one is about emotions and protection. So it seems like, and there's another person here, because here we have, this can be like two sides of one coin of one person, but it can also be another person. This King of Cups over here, this is the mask that this person wore to kind of sweeten you up. They feel very embarrassed because they realize that when they were wearing the mask, you could see exactly where they had attached that mask to their face. That you could see the cracks through their lies. and that you played along, which makes it worse, doesn't it, when someone lies to your face and you just go along with the lie, not because you want to not hurt their feelings, because you don't want to put the energy into it, you don't want to have that confrontation, and maybe at the time it's not safe for you to do so. But this person's looking back and realize they got mugged off big time. They got mugged off. Tell me about Magician, please. The Hermit's in reverse. The Hermit is in reverse. It seems like this person was getting ready to leave the relationship as soon as they had got enough money together themselves. That is crazy, because I'm looking at this now. The Hermit in reverse can be quite superficial. It's an energy of looking outside at what you can get rather than looking within for almost like, what's the word? Looking within for intuitive hits on where it is that you're supposed to be navigating with your healing and your understanding of self. This being in reverse is a real lackluster to even do anything like that. All that this person was looking at was material things. All this person was looking at was money. So this person was getting ready to leave because they didn't feel like you had enough to offer, but they were stuck where they were because either they weren't working, they had lost their job, or they were just leaning on you. This person is very entitled, very entitled. But you put them to the post. You got there first. And they realized they got played. Wow. And there is someone here, like, I don't know if this is like a business partner for them. There is someone that they feel like they're a con artist, and they have somebody else that they do connings with or scams with. And there may be arguments happening within this business because it's illegal as it is, but they're fighting over money now. They're fighting over, someone here is fighting over the fact that they didn't do a good enough job with you, because if they did, they'd still be with you. And while you're on the up and up now, so would they be. Yeah, so would they be. They'd be getting their harvest. And they're really upset. They're really upset that they weren't able to control this. This person seems to be getting some, like I said, they're getting negative ill luck. Negative ill luck is coming through for this person. You reap what you sow, right? Tell me about the Explorer of Wands, please. You've got the Tower coming out. You've got the Ten of Cups. Okay. It seems like they're trying to stop something from coming in. This person, and I keep talking about safety, and I've noticed that throughout this reading, we're talking about being safe, being able to leave when it's safe. The Nine of Wands in reverse is like, catch me outside. Let me take my earrings out, tie my hair back, and let's go outside and fight it out, right? There's some sort of physical altercation that is happening to this person. They're getting in like regular fights, or they're getting beaten up because they owe money, something along those lines. And this person feels like an idiot, an absolute idiot, because they honestly thought that they were able to scam you, that you would be an easy target, and you're not. You weren't. You were just biding your time, taking care of yourself. We have the Tower in reverse, dodging a massive tower, or even trying to like long things out, slow things down, delay things. You have the Ten of Cups coming out here as well. Okay. I feel like this person's family around them are very embarrassed. They're embarrassed by what this person has done, because their family seems to be just a surface level, though. Just a surface level when it comes to how other people perceive them. Like, this is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that this and this happened, that you try to scam this person, because now everyone knows our business. Not, oh, you try to scam this person in the collective and that's a nasty thing to do. No, everyone knows about it. Crazy. Okay, before I go, because I could talk about this forever, I am going to grab some of the tea leaf oracle and just see if there's any advice that needs to come through for this. Okay. Thank you. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals is coming through. It does seem like they are going to try and reach out in some way. They're going to try. major challenge to overcome, but there's a major challenge for them to overcome and being able to do so. Oh my goodness, December. You've got December coming through. So this person may try and get in contact with you in December to do with money. A path of money is waiting for you to find it. Okay. It says temptation will test you. Be careful, you guys. Tell me about the Empress, please. Okay. Advice from a friend. And you also have something important such as a new job or rise coming out. Or raise, excuse me, not rise. One more, please. Thank you. Happiness is coming out here. This person's very, very upset by your happiness. I swear this person needs to grow more as a person, as a human being. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed and that you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated and you'd like to see more and when I post, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell so you can see just that. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.